Thank you to the 2026 International Symposium on Autoethnography and Narrative for allowing me to introduce my doctoral dissertation titled From Silence to Liberation, Healing the Wounded Activist, a Holistic Feminist Autoethnographic Inquiry. My name is Gillian Meghan Walters, and I am a recent PhD graduate from the California Institute of Integral Studies in the Transformative Studies program. My social location or positionality guided my research. As a second-generation visitor of Scottish and Welsh ancestry, my relationship to the unceded territories of the Comox, Cowichan, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations is shaped by gratitude, accountability, and the ongoing work of decolonization. My identity as a victim and survivor of gender violence, over 3 decades of addiction recovery, an ethical vegan, an intersectional feminist animal activist, a single mother living with an invisible disability, and a counseling therapist shaped my research question. By 2020, my activism had taken a toll on my mental, physical, and spiritual health. I began redefining my role as an animal activist. In this period of reflection, I realized that the violence towards animals that I was working to end was ironically paired with a culture of silence for the human trauma I experienced and observed within the activist community. In order to unsilence the trauma, my inquiry question became, how might sharing my life journey through a trauma-informed, intersectional vegan feminist framework advance personal and collective healing? To understand the women vegan animal activists and their unique experiences at the intersections of trauma, social location, and vegan animal activist identity, I developed the Trauma-Informed Intersectional Vegan Feminist Framework. The TIIVFF, as I call it for short, is a theoretically grounded analytical tool whose primary objective is to empower, validate, and destigmatize women's individual experiences, thereby supporting a sustainable collective liberation movement. It is a structured set of concepts that weave together various feminist theories to understand and explain the behaviors, thoughts, and emotions of women vegan animal activists. It provides a feminist lens through which to analyze the intersections of vegan animal activist identity, trauma, and social location. The autoethnographer's emotional vulnerability in processing data and writing about deeply traumatic events in one's life led me to create a 10-step trauma-informed autoethnographic process I called Holistic Feminist Autoethnography. The HFA is grounded in a trauma-informed approach and is informed by an intersectional vegan feminist analysis of the whole self, body, mind, and spirit, and its relationship with the world. Through my method, specific attention and mindfulness interventions are applied to address re-traumatization through emotional recall. The spirit of the researcher is simultaneously honored by placing value on her instinctual creative expression, writing, journaling, poetry, collage, photography, video, spoken word, dance, movement, and gesture. Creative expression is encouraged to extend the ability to unsilence, deepen one's ability for emotional recall, and transport and touch a variety of audiences. The 10 steps of HFA are 1. Mindfulness, attuning to the 5 senses. 2. Creating emotional safety. 3. Gathering data. 4. Data refinement. 5. Data analysis. 6. Data collage. 7. Comparing literature review and data themes. 8. Writing self. 9. Writing culture. And 10. Results in analysis, weaving story and expressive arts. In using the metaphor of the dance performance to define my dissertation process, I considered my role as a researcher as that of a choreographer. The research, data collection, and writing became a dance, and my final dissertation is the performance piece. The choreography began with my inquiry, which included my her story. I used autoethnography as the method and drew from personal data spanning 50 years. I danced in the mirror between myself as an individual and myself in relation to larger systems of family, culture, and society. As a principal performer, I reflected on my life journey through data, including photos, letters, clothes, music, newspaper articles, report cards, and journals. A specifically designed framework allowed me to expand my understanding of the intersections of trauma, social location, and vegan animal activist identity. As the choreographer and the performer, I continuously examine my movements, demonstrating my commitment to the process and the depth of my engagement. Through rigorous self-reflection, I observe themes rise in my story. I use mindfulness and collage making to guide my discoveries. The results are a woven tapestry of art expression and narrative. I organize my story into 10 episodes from birth to the year 2024. Each episode begins with an album CD cover, specifically designed to add depth to each episode. The album artwork is a digital collage that uses photos, journal entries, newspaper articles, and artwork gathered during the data collection. The song list serves as a soundtrack for each episode. The album cover and song list are followed by written vignettes. 22 CD covers and song lists were created in total. I consider this performance an act of protest against the silencing of women in animal liberation spaces and beyond. It is a living testament to the healing power of unsilencing one's trauma. In doing so, I break the stigma, discrimination, and misrepresentation that exists towards women vegan animal activists and open spaces for healing. Thank you so much for witnessing this introduction to my work, which I'm continuing in a book publication. You can find my dissertation on ProQuest.